Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about visualization and goal setting. There's going to be two parts to this, and I believe this technique or trick, if you want to call it, can really supercharge your goal setting. But before we get into that, I'm going to talk to you about kale. I've been to the farmer's market today and I bought this humongous bunch of kale. They're never small, they're always large. And I always feel quite overwhelmed. When I'm at the farmer's market, I'm quite excited because I know I can hear in my head, kale's a superfood. It's so good for you. Look how healthy it is. It's beautifully dark, green, leafy vegetable. But it is overwhelming when you buy it like in a big bunch like that. So I'm going to give a few little tips around that as well. I do have to take a moment to talk about how amazing this vegetable is because it really has a lot of nutrients. Very high in vitamin C, very high in beta carotene. In fact, more beta carotene than carrots. It's got manganese, calcium, what else has got? Iron, K1, B1, B6, folate. And of course, it's got lots and lots of fibre, which is great if you've got a cholesterol problem. Fibre is key. And the other thing, unlike other vegetables, when you boil or steam kale, the vitamin C content isn't diminished. I remember a lecturer telling me that, thinking, she said you could boil kale for 30 minutes and the vitamin C content will remain the same. So that's pretty amazing. I've just cut off the end, put that aside. And what I'm going to do, you can use a knife or just your fingers and you just tear the leaves away from the stem. Don't throw the stems away. Keep them, because you can put them in when you're making stock, chicken stock or vegetable stock. So you just do that until it's all done. I actually believe when you buy a bunch of kale, you have made a big commitment. I always think that because it's just so much, it's so big and it's really hard just to even store in the fridge. And then you've got to think of ways to use it. Just keep doing this as I talk. So let's go on with it. So you've set a goal. It could be anything. It could be a goal of running non-stop for 5Ks. It could be quitting alcohol. It could be reducing gluten. It could be eating more kale. And as with most goals, especially ones that you're excited about, you're usually fired up about it and motivated and determined to succeed. Which brings me to the first part of this video. So you've set your goal, you're excited about it. Do this to enhance your goal setting. So when you're getting ready to work towards your goal, for example, you might be about to put your joggers on and you're going for a run, or you're setting your alarm the night before to get up half an hour earlier, or you've been to the market, you've been to the farmer's market and you've bought yourself a big bunch of kale. So then try to take 1 to 5 minutes to close your eyes and visualize what your life would look like once you've achieved this goal. And ask yourself, what benefits would I get from achieving this goal? How will I feel? Really dig into that feeling. That's an important part of goal setting. So think about the benefits, what you're going to get out of it, what you're going to look like, what your world's going to look like, and how you're going to feel. So let's use the example of the goal of running 5 kilometers non-stop. If you think about how you're going to look like or feel like, what your world's going to be like if you achieve that goal, you're obviously going to be fitter, you're going to be more toned, you're going to have more energy, you're going to feel proud of it. So that's where the feeling comes in. You're going to feel proud of yourself, you're going to feel energized, and it could have a knock-on effect. It could mean that you start eating better, you'll be drinking more water, drinking less alcohol, so it will have that knock-on effect. You're going to feel less lethargic and feel fitter. So really hone in on those feelings. So therefore, every time you go to work towards your goal, if you take the time to do this, even for just a minute, It will really enhance your goal setting. The kale's been thoroughly washed. These bits I'm going to use in a stock, put them in the freezer. Things to do with kale, you can chop it up, put it in salads. You could saute it in garlic and lemon. I've posted a kale and yogurt chicken dish in a few videos back. Have a look at that. You can cut it up finely and put it in meatballs. Kale pesto, that's actually my favourite way of using kale. Kale chips, yeah, whatever. I'm not a huge fan of kale chips, but a lot of people like them. You can stir through your spaghetti bolognese, just add some more nutrients. And I do have a sweet potato and kale patty recipe, which I might post. Okay, so part 2. With most goal setting, when you set a goal, you're really enthusiastic at the start, but you'll always come up against roadblocks or lack of motivation. So this is where part 2 comes into it. Like before, you take 1 to 5 minutes, close your eyes, and visualize what failure of this goal would look like and feel like to you. So once again, using that example of running 5 kilometers non-stop, I'll be thinking, okay, visualize myself instead of going for a run in the morning, I'm sleeping in my bed, I wake up lethargic, I don't feel energized, I feel down on myself, I'm more likely to reach for that chocolate bar in the afternoon, and perhaps I'd be feeling a bit shameful. I'm thinking, oh, I've told everybody I'm training to run 5 kilometers non-stop and I've given up on my goal. I'll be embarrassed about that. So really hone in again on those feelings. So by doing that visualization, it may help you get motivated. I mean, it depends on the goal, depends on the person, what would motivate you. So recapping, you're ready to go, you're motivated, then visualize success of the goal. Feeling unmotivated, then visualize failure of the goal and see how you go, see what works for you. But I've used both those visualizations with a goal that I had, which was running non-stop for 10Ks, and I found it really helped me. So I've wrapped up a couple of things of kale there. This is the last one. I'm wrapping it in paper towel, and then I'll keep in the fridge like that. So therefore, it's more likely to fit in the fridge and it will keep really well, it won't go soggy. So remember, if you're feeling motivated, you've just started your goal, visualize success to supercharge your goal setting. Alternatively, if you're feeling unmotivated, try visualizing failure of the goal and see how you go. All right, thanks for listening to my video. Let me know if you like these kind of tips. And also let me know if you would like some more tips on kale recipes. Almost forgot, if you could like, share, even subscribe, I would love that. This channel's fairly new and still trying to build my audience. So I would really appreciate that. Thank you.